Hi everyone, my name is Bisna Varghese. Today my team members and I will be presenting our social data mining techniques assignment number 3, which is sentiment analysis. So this is the agenda for the presentation. First of all, I will introduce my team members and their roles in this assignment. Next, the objective of the assignment. Then a small introduction. After that, we will explain about the process flow for this assignment. Then we will explain how we did data scraping, data cleaning and sentiment analysis. Finally, data visualization and newspaper comparison. Meet my team members. Adya Agrawal, she is business analyst and she will visualize the data which we get from sentiment analysis. And we have Abdul Hasib, who is the data analyst and he will perform data cleaning. Then myself, Bisna Varghese, I am also the business analyst and I am in charge to find the news channel and selection of the topics. Also make PowerPoint presentation. Next, we have Elton, who is also a data analyst and his main task is to perform the data scraping. Next, we have Shakib, who is the programmer for this assignment and he will develop the code for sentiment analysis. Moving into next slide, objective. First, we have to select news channels and articles. Then we have to do web scraping of data from the selected news channels and then clean the data. After that, store these data in a database. So here we have used MongoDB as our database. Then we have to perform sentiment analysis on these data and then visualize the data. Next, introduction. Here we are performing sentiment analysis on few of the world's largest news channels. To get a better view of the sentiment analysis, we have chosen the channels which are having opposing views, meaning that the channel is supporting left wing or right wing. So here is our data source. We have selected CNN, Daily Mail and New York Times as our newspaper channels. And we know that Daily Mail is United Kingdom based newspaper and its political orientation is right wing, that is conservative biased, whereas New York Times and CNN are United States based newspaper and it is mainly liberal biased, that is left wing. So we will get a clear picture of sentiment and analysis. Moving into next slide, process flow. We have selected our channels and articles from our three channels, CNN, Daily Mail and New York Times. And we have selected the topics as world and health. Then we are using Python code to do the web scraping and then clean this data. Then we have to store this data in MongoDB. After that, perform sentiment analysis and then do visualization using Tableau software. So then we have the tools used for this assignment. We are using Python for coding and the libraries which we used are CSV, Pandas, PyMongo, RE and NLTK. Next tool is MongoDB where we are storing our cleaned data set. Finally, we have Tableau to do the visualization. Okay, next part will be continued by our data analyst Elton.
Hi, I'm Elton and I'll be taking you through the web scraping part of the project. Web scraping is technically done to get information from the internet for analysis and information on the internet is generally in HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, or in JSON formats, basically. So it could be done manually or automated. And Python is one of the best tools to get data from the internet because it has a lot of online support and a lot of library. Web scraping could help an organization with getting all the necessary information, and also helps a lot in staying ahead of the competition. So why Python for web scraping? Technically, it's the ease of use, the libraries, doesn't have syntax related problems, and since there are libraries, so it's just a few functions that could do a lot of work, and then the community support. So the web scraping part could be divided into 4 subtasks. First one would be to parse the RSS feeds, which is done using the feed parser. Then there's these links and titles for each of those contents in the main pages. Then what we could do is get all the data by using the tags, by using this beautiful soup library. So for each of these websites, they have their own specific tags which hold the data. And then finally, cloud storage. All the data that's pulled is either converted to Excel and directly processed, or uploaded to MongoDB when we've done both of it. So I'll take you through the code. So basically, we have these 4 links to compare the data. We parse it, get the links, and here we convert it into a dictionary and a data frame, so it's easier to upload and analyze. Here we have the Excel file to store the data, and the difference between these two is from CNN they have the division tag for the content, and in New York Times and Daily Mail we used the paragraph tag to get the data. MongoDB upload is pretty simple. We have the connection string, and then you just go through each of these links with the content and just insert it one by one by converting it into a dictionary, because MongoDB is supports JSON-like documents.
Thank you, Elton. Hi, my name is Abdul Hasib and I'm working as the data analyst of the project. I'll be explaining the data cleaning part of the project. The data obtained from the news feeds is stored in an Excel file in the following format. This is a snippet of the Excel file. This is the Excel file. So this is the link of the articles. This is the title of the article, and this is the description of each article. As you can see, the description is in the form of HTML tags, and in the data cleaning part, we have removed the HTML tags from the description. Coming back to the PowerPoint. The data must be clean and only the meaningful context of the description is to be derived for the analysis to be performed. In order to clean the description, we need to remove all the HTML tags and escape characters from it. Regular expressions can be used to remove such tags. A regular expression is a special sequence of characters that helps you match or find other strings. The library used for regular expression is RE. The code used for importing the Excel file and cleaning the description is below. This is the code. I've used the library OpenPixel, and the function load workbook. The load workbook function is used to load the Excel file, and here the sheet of the Excel file. I'm loading the data, links, titles, and descriptions in the form of list so that it is easy to perform functions on it and clean the data. I'll run this code. So as you can see, this is the code in HTML format. So here in this code, I'm cleaning the data. I'm importing the RE library. So we only need to clean the data of the descriptions. So here I'm using this regular expression to clean the data, and here I am replacing the escape values with an empty value to delete the escape values from the description data. I'll run this code. Here you can see the HTML tags have been removed and the escape characters have been removed. Going back to the presentation, the clean data obtained is as follows, which can be used for the analysis. I will open the Excel file after the cleaning of data. So the link and title is as it is, and the description, as you can see, the HTML tags and the escape characters have been removed. Further, the presentation will be carried by my colleague Shakib. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shakib, and my role in the team is of a programmer. Thank you, Asif, for cleaning the data. Let's move forward with sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis is the interpretation and classification of emotions, say positive, negative, or neutral, within the text data using text analysis techniques. Now, there are some steps which are involved in sentiment analysis which are needed to be followed. The first step would be the text analytics using natural language processing. The next step would be mining of text, which involves tokenization and removal of stop words. Tokenization can be termed as splitting of a big article into various sentences so that the polarities of each sentence can be calculated and the average of all the polarities can be used to determine the ultimate sentiment of the article. The next is the removal of stop words. Stop words can be considered as the noise which are present in our text. For example, the words like is, the, and. These words do not provide any meaningful emotion to the article. So it is required to remove these words. Moving forward, we calculate the polarities of the text, which gives the sentiments positive, negative, and neutral. Now let's have a look at the code to calculate the polarity. Now here's the code which my colleague Abdul Hasib has written to clean the data which is present in dailymail_health.xlsx. After the cleaning, I have imported these libraries to determine the polarity and perform various operations on the clean data. I have created a data frame where I have included a link, the title, and the description of the articles. Moving forward, I will be adding two more columns, namely polarity and sentiment of the article. Polarity can be defined as the measure by which the emotion of a text can be determined. Say, if the value of polarity lies between -1 to +1, -1 being the most negative emotion and +1 being the most positive one. 0 is the neutral. Moving forward, here I am tokenizing the text. I am dividing the entire article into various sentences. Now, here I will be calculating the polarity of each sentence and adding it to the final result. Now, ultimately, I will be calculating the average of these polarities and appending to a column known as polarity. Finally, I am attaching all this polarity to the data frame and also the sentiment. The sentiment I am giving it as positive if it is above 0 and if it is negative if it is below 0, and it is neutral if it is equal to 0. Now using this, I'm exporting my data to an Excel file, final daily mail_health. Let's go ahead and run this code. Here we can see each sentence and the polarity value of this sentence. Here's the Excel file which is generated of the data. Let's go ahead and open this. As we can see, the title, description, polarity, and the sentiment is added to the data. This way, we were able to analyze the data. Moving forward, let's see the code which is used for eliminating the stop words and identifying the counts of each word. Here's the code, and this is the function which I am using to remove tokenize each word. Say the sentences which I have divided earlier is being divided further into words. These words are filtering the stop words which I have mentioned earlier, and finally it is giving out the occurrence of those words in the article, and it is exporting it to an Excel with this name. Now let's run this. Yeah, it has run successfully, and let's move ahead and open the file. As we can see, this is the word and these are the number of occurrences of that word in this article. This is the Excel screenshot. And finally, this is the code which I have used to upload all the data into the MongoDB, all the files which I have generated into a secure cloud server. This is the code, and as we run it, we are able to export the Excel file successfully into the MongoDB server. This is how a MongoDB Atlas server looks like. This is the analyzed news database, and these are all the final analyzed data which is being stored. Now my colleague Adya will be explaining further about the data visualization. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Adya and I am the business analyst for this assignment. My main work was to visualize all the data that we got from sentiment analysis. Now, I use the software Tableau to visualize all the data. So let's go ahead and talk about the analysis. So first, I took the Daily Mail. We created this dashboard using Tableau. So this here you can see is a tree map. It has all the, okay wait, I'll just go into Tableau so you can get a better picture of it. So here. Yeah. So this is the dashboard for the Daily Mail with the world category. So this is a tree map, this is a word cloud, and this is the pie chart of all the sentiments that we perform with the percentage. So you can see that most of the news had a positive side. For example, it had 49 articles with the 65 percentage. So this is an interactive article. For example, if I click on Facebook, it will highlight into the word cloud and it shows that it has this much of positive side and this much of negative side. Now, similarly, if I click on police, you can see that the negative side definitely increases and it also highlights into the word cloud. Similarly, I'm going to show you the other dashboards as well that I created. So this is the Daily Mail. This is Daily Mail again with the health category. So if I click on coronavirus, just keep an eye here. If I click on coronavirus, you can see that the negative percentage increases. And it also highlights the word in the word cloud. If I click on woman, say, the neutral percentage increases, and so on. The next news channel we are going to talk about is the New York Times. So again, same thing, same dashboard. If we click on coronavirus, say, more positive thing. Surprisingly, yeah. So if I click on, say, Trump, positive news. This is also surprising. Anyway, the last dashboard that I have is of CNN. So the CNN news channel, and this also has the same thing. I click on Jaime. It has a positive side. It has all the positive news, and so on. So I'm going to go to the presentation. Yeah. So first we look at the Daily Mail with the World category dashboard. Then we looked at the Daily Mail Health category. Then we looked at the New York Times. This is the New York Times dashboard. Then the CNN dashboard. So this shows, these visualization tells us that the most of the news channels are inclined towards a positive side, as you can see. The CNN has a positive percentage of around 62%, with a total of 18 articles into the positive one. So similarly, Daily Mail has in total of 184 articles in the positive side, with a positive percentage of 77%. New York Times also have a positive percentage of 76%, with 35 articles inside it. Also, if you go back, you can see that the Daily Mail, it has the highest percentage of the negative side. So that's all what the visualization tells us for now. And so yeah, if you have any questions, you can please ask us, and thank you.